I'm a professional editor. I studied editing a while ago, like 20 years ago, and then I found my little corporate company where we were doing videos from corporation or even for nonprofit and stuff. And it was while we had this company that we started doing films. So while we were at this company, like I said, we were working in a lot of corporation and even like TV show. Like we did a couple of TV show here in Montreal, and then when this company kind of stopped, I went to a TV station as a chief editor for a successful fishing show, which looks weird, but yeah, it was a successful fishing show, which was really fun to do and to watch, and I learned a lot about fish and fishing and stuff. This is not something that I'm doing on my as a hobby, but you know, I kind of found I found how it works. So it's a little bit about me. I also ran the for 4 years the horror section of the Montreal Comic Con, the Quebec Comic Con, the Ottawa Comic Con. So I had good insight with agent and people. I brought Bruce Campbell, Kane Hodder, and Robert Englund to one show one day. I do have a picture somewhere, but I think it's in box. We're doing some renovation here, so I can't put it out. So yeah, this is what I do. I also run a little one day convention slash film festival here in Montreal. It was supposed to be the fifth year this year, but we decided to cancel because of this freaking COVID thing. But yeah, it's only one day. It's a big room. There's no celebrities. There's a big room with vendors and another room where we're screening films. And I'm also one of the collaborator of the biggest horror French news website here in Canada called Horror Québec. So that's me. Well, like I said, while we were doing the company thing, we started doing some films, and my first film was actually an anthology film called Stories of a Gravedigger. Um, and then while we were promoting this film, I decided to make a documentary for the independent horror filmmakers, what to do and what not to do when you're doing a film. And this documentary is called Under the Scares. Between that, we did a couple of short films, The It, The Dead Pussy, The Mask of James Henry, A Quiet Moment, all short films that we did that was screened in several film festivals around the world. And well, there's Hail to the Deadites there's Hail to the Deadites right now, and currently working on the sequel of Under the Scares, actually, that we kind of filmed while we were doing Hail to the Deadites. So far I have a bunch of interview done. I think about 40 interview with a super great lineup. So this is the next project after this one is on the shelf. I was asking my mom that question the other day. I was asking my mom when did I start watching horror films, and she told me, I like if she remembers, I was like 7 or 8 years old. I was watching horror films alone at night and with some friends. I remember when we were a little bit older, me and some friends, we were going to a video store, and it was like, okay, you pick up three movie, I'm gonna pick up three, and he's gonna pick up three, and we're gonna watch 9 films during the weekend. So we did that a lot. My goal was to find the best horror film possible. The goal of one of my friends was to find the absolutely bad, worst horror film ever. So it was a good mix, you know. At the end of the night or the weekend, we had fun and we watched good horror film and we laughed a lot. So this is when my love affair started for horror films. I was young, and I think pretty much pretty all the fan. It's the same thing, you know. So I'm not a super big fan of the slow burner genre, but I know how to appreciate them when I feel that they are good. Also, the Devil were really good. Changeling was amazing. Um, but for me, I think right now in my life, with work, with all the project, with the family, the kids, the house, I just want to be entertained. I want to sit down and be freaking entertained. So sitting down in front of a movie, it's gonna last 2 hours. It's gonna be super slow. It's not my best thing right now, but otherwise, if I'm talking about what are my best horror films, I'm always saying that something is gonna look really weird. But number one, it's the Evil Dead, but not the Evil Dead. It's really the Evil Dead franchise. Like the first three movie, I really like the reboot, by the way. But the first three movie are for me like my top one. It's like if you're asking somebody which one is the best Die Hard. To be honest, like the the three Die Hard are for me they are equal. And yes, there's only three Die Hard, but anyway. So yeah, I'm always saying the Evil Dead is my first. Then it's Alien, and I'm a sucker for Alien. I like all Alien films, even if some of them like Covenant and or Prometheus are not considered good. I like them, but Alien and Aliens 2 are my top. And the third one, it gonna look weird, but it's Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. I just love this film, and I'm gonna say something that I not super proud to say out loud always, but I'm a super fan of Jason Goes to Hell. No, I'm proud to say I'm a super fan of Jason Goes to Hell. You can look behind, I have an amazing poster and some Blu-ray. Well, Ash is hiding them right now. Blu-ray and DVD from a lot of different versions. So I'm a super fan of Jason Goes to Hell too. So really hard to say if it's in my top 5 horror film. I really like Jason Goes to Hell. Oh, I was young. I think I was like 14 or 15 or maybe before. We were doing a little slasher film called, well, the name it was in French, but let's say in English, like The Bad Guy. It was some kind of a slasher, super funny film, super cheap. But yeah, we did four film like that. But it was an all short film, but it was my first experience. Me, myself, and I, with my camera, asking friends to come to the set and do some acting. It was my first experience, my first real experience. Well, um, my first documentary, Under the Scares, was screened at South African Horrorfest 10 years ago. So that's the way I kind of knew Paul. And then when I was running the Montreal Horror Fest, which was the horror section of the Montreal Comic Con, I was also doing a film festival inside. And I remember screening some film from Paul too. So I guess it's been 10 years that we just like each other posts from time to time on Facebook and stuff. Like he screened my film, I screen his, and this is my relationship. I'm really sad that I did went there like 10 years ago, and it's even sadder now because of COVID that I can travel to just have fun with those folks. Oh wow. I'll say that the best trick for everyone who want to jump into business, it's to surround yourself with people who are better than you. It's the trick, to be honest. It's impossible to be a one-man army. uh, you can't do anything, and you really need to surround yourself with people who are better than you, and also people that have the passion to do it. Because it's really hard to put out a film. It's really hard to make one. It's really hard now to promote it. Because of when you think about it. Like Facebook, Twitter, all those posts, everything. It's a new job, you know. So you need to have somebody who's really passionate to walk with you on that path. So yeah, surround yourself with people who are better than you, and uh, accept the critics of other people, because your film is not the best film ever. Your idea are not the best idea ever. So accept the critics of other people, so your film gonna get better along the way. Um, I think I just talked about it. You know, the kind of mistake that young filmmaker is doing is that they think they can do everything themselves, and they think that the film they are doing is the best one. For example, as a film festival programmer, also, you know, when you're doing a short film, don't do don't do a 20 minutes short film, to be honest. Try to do something between 5 and 12 minutes, you know. That way you're gonna have more chance to be screened in film festival, and that way it's gonna be way easier for programmers who's watching and hundreds of film. You know, after like 30 shorts, for example, in a day, and you see like, the next short film is like 27 minutes. Oh dear God, you know, it's one strike. When you're doing your short film, try to have something really interesting in the first minute and a half, because if it's boring at the beginning, and your big surprise is only like 12 minutes after, the audience not gonna like it. And try to do a film for the audience what they like. You need to find what the audience like and do a film for the audience. This is the way you're gonna get your movie picked up, screen in film festival, recognize one, you're gonna win some award, and then you can move on to the next step, which is doing an horror, another doing for the first time a feature film. Um, I think film festival are really important. And what I'm gonna say, it will feel weird, but the film festival, the more important thing during film festival, it's not really the screening itself. It's the fact that if you travel there, you're gonna meet some people, and then you're gonna be able to build a relationship with those people. You know, to have some contacts, like, you know, having a beer. If you're going to a film fest, don't just screen your film and then leave. Go at the bar after, talk with people, make friends with people. All this gonna help you a lot, and that's why film festival are there for. And I'm pretty sure that if you're asking to a lot of film festival director, what they like the to be with people, they like to meet the fans who are coming over and over again. So yeah, it's fun to screen some amazing film. It's fun to do some screening, but meeting with the fans, having a beer at the bar, hanging out with some cool people from in the industry, this is what you need to do. If you attend, let's say you're doing one short film, and then you're doing your short film, and then you're going to a film fest, and you meet the people who are organizing the fest, and you need other people. You know, when you're gonna do your second short film, people gonna remind you. They remember you. They're gonna remember you. They're gonna say, "Oh, this is Steve who did that short film." And when they're gonna receive your submission, they will say, "Oh, this is Steve who did that short film. We screened it last year." And if your short film is not too long, if your short film, if you have a relationship with the festival people and stuff, you might get through. You might get through. The only downside of the film the online submission platform is that now everybody can send their film super easy, and this make that, like, people think that they're gonna send their film to 50 festival, that, you know, they gotta get screen like in every film festival. It's not gonna happen. So this can cost a lot of money. So really, really try to focus on the film festival that you want and that you want to be screened. Otherwise, it might cost you a lot of money. Oh well, the I think the pandemic situation, it's hard for everyone, you know. Um, for us, but for L to the Deadites, it kind of helped the movie, I think, because it's a 7 year process, and then the pandemic, boom, kind of arrive, and when you're doing an indie horror documentary films, you don't have the budget to pay everyone to help you out on your film. So the fact that people were at home and they had nothing to do, well, it helped us because, like, a lot of people jump in the projects because we had to finish it for the Fantasia International Film Festival. So it kind of helped us a lot. It helped us a lot because, for example, if I'm taking here in Toronto, the Blood in the Snow Film Festival, the Blood in the Snow Film Festival went virtual, but not virtual on the internet, but virtual on television. And the deal was that if the Blood in the Snow is taking your film, you're gonna have a TV broadcast deal with this provider. So this is a big plus because, like, you've been accepted in a film festival and then boom, you have a TV deal, which is a game changer for a film. So yeah, so the pandemic was, it's really bad, but on our side it kind of helped us. But it's kind of super sad that I can't travel and meet everybody. I just said before that it's really important to meet people. Well, now I can't, but there's still the Zoom Q&A and stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for taking the time to watch Hail to the Deadites. Like I said earlier, 7 year journey. 7 year journey, took us 7 years to do that. It was quite an adventure because we were doing a documentary, but it didn't feel like work. Like, we were traveling to convention, like around the Canada and the United States, to meet some people and to have fun. And at the end of the day, you're going to a convention, you're doing 3 interviews. It's not going to take 3 days, and the rest of the day, like, you can just spend it around buying stuff. Go to convention, go to horror convention, and go to film festival. When this pandemic is going to be over, don't stay behind your computer. Just go, because film festival are super important for filmmakers, and convention are also important for the horror artists, the horror filmmaker, everything regarding horror. Like, you need to go there. It's super important.
I'm glad to go to conventions now because I can say to them, we gave you what you want. If they want more, they're going to get more.
This is my
boom